Christopher Ward Bel Canto, a watch that is completely different to anything they offered so far, and yet one I like the most out of their whole collection. Their finest hour, as they state in the promotion materials, is truly something else. It is truly a watch that looks a lot more expensive than it is, with an hourly chime function done using hand-finished hammer and gong that gives a subtle and gentle chime every full hour. The whole system is not only exposed, but proudly screwed onto the dial itself, including the column wheel used for activating and deactivating the system. As a practical solution or complication, it is just a gimmick, as it will be inaudible in a busy environment and you will only hear it when everything around you is quiet. But as a detail that adorns the dial, it is perfect. The whole system is beautiful to look at and balances the main time at 12 perfectly. Located in the upper part of the dial, it is a work of art on its own. Raised above the dial as if it is suspended, it gives a sculpted feel. It is finished to a very high degree in a combination of frosted and polished finish, with bevels on hands and markers that even under macro look stunning. What surprised me was the lume. The fact it even has some was a surprise, and the fact it is actually quite good and usable was even more of a shock, as it gave another level of usability on a watch that looks more like a piece of wrist art than a watch. The hand-polished bridges, the already mentioned hammer and gong, the gorgeous blue dial with the sunburst effect that radiates from the center of the main time rather than the center of the dial itself, all make this truly a piece of art that you just end up staring at and admiring. If, however, you want to wear it as a watch, you can. The titanium case is 41 millimeters in diameter, and even the lug-to-lug is quite short, making it look okay even on my 6.7-inch wrist. Even the thickness is great considering the depth of the dial, while titanium makes it quite light, so you end up not feeling it on your wrist after a while. The case shape and the domed crystal make it slide under a cuff with no problems, and you even get on-the-fly adjustment on the clasp. It is as if they wanted to make it all about the dial, but then somewhere along the way practicality kicked in and made a watch that looks like hot horology piece, but one that you can wear comfortably all day long. A really practical piece that will make for a great conversation starter. The watch is limited to 300 pieces and is available with a choice of 2 leather straps or this titanium bracelet that even has quick-release pins for easy swap. I always prefer bracelets, but on this one, I feel the watch would look even better and more expensive on a nice leather strap. The price is set to $3,595, which is a lot of money for Christopher Ward, but given the exclusivity of buying one of only 300 ever made, the fact it took them 50 additional components to make the chime function, and the fact all those components have been hand-finished, the price starts to make sense. I really like what they did with this piece, and I'm kinda hoping this piece is an exercise that will be followed with more complicated watches. As Christopher Ward showed us they can perfect the making of sports watches, and with this gave us a glimpse they could even do complications. The question is if they will follow up with more offerings or if this was a one-off. I sure hope it isn't. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and found it useful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and until the next video, bye.